Hi everyone, good day to all of you out there. And today here I am again with our English language class. And today I would like to teach you about grammar. And the topic that we are going to discover for today is possessive adjectives and apostrophe s. Okay, now this is something that you always misunderstood and always got it wrong when you write your essay or even when you speak. So as for today, I want you to listen, sit down and listen carefully so you can get whatever content that I'm going to deliver and try to make it right. Okay, all right, so let's start our lesson for today. Now, okay, we are going to look at the possessive adjectives first. All right. Now, I have a shirt. My shirt is yellow. Now look at the bolded word my. Actually, that is possessive adjective. Okay, and I over here is the subject pronoun. Okay, that's the difference. Now possessive adjective shows a possession or relationship, so when you use I have my shirt, and you've got to continue with my shirt is yellow, so that shirt is belong to you. All right, now let's take a look at next example. You have a book. Your book is awesome. It is awesome. Your book, not my book. All right. He has a pen. His pen is expensive. She has a dog. Her dog is fierce. It has a bone. Its bone is dirty. We have a cat. Our cat is lovely. You have a bike. Your bike is fast. They have a burger. The burger is delicious. All right. So what I want you to look at here is the subject pronoun you, he, she, it, we, you, they. These are all subject pronoun. Do not get confused. Okay. Most of the time they are in the sentence when you try to to repeat, or to say something that belongs to something or someone, then you have to use your. He, you have to use his. She, you have to use her. It, you have to use its. We have to use our. You have to use your. They, you have to use their. Okay, so the possessive adjectives here actually show the relationship and or the possession of something or someone. Okay, so that you can use it properly and accurately in the sentence. All right, so now let's take a look at the next slide. All right, so here is one of the example. Now let's take a look at the first example. My pencil is short. This is the correct way how you try to tell someone that the pencil is belong to you. My pencil. So you possess the pencil. You own the pencil. And my pencils are short. Now, what's the difference between these two sentences? Look at the noun here, pencil and pencils. So the first sentence, pencil, is singular, and the second sentence is plural, right? Okay, so for your information, possessive adjectives only has one form, which is only one form and they won't change if you use plural or singular nouns. All right? Okay. Now, my doesn't change at all. Look at my. When you use for plural or singular, singular and plural noun, the possessive adjective won't change at all. All right? Okay. Your pencil is short. Your pencils are short. Now, same goes to the rest of the possessive adjectives. So, it only has one form. No matter what nouns after the possessive adjectives, whether it be singular or plural, you do not change the possessive adjective. They are remain the same, or they are stay the same. Okay? All right. Now, it is not yours pencil are short. We do not add s to the word your. Some of you might think that yours pencils are short. Might be correct because you refer to the things or the lesson that I have taught you for singular and the plural, and you might add extra s or another s or s at the end of the word your. So that is seriously wrong. We do not do this. So the correct way is your pencils are short. Your pencil is short. The things that change here is the verb agreement. To show that the pencil is singular, we use is. And pencils, plural, we use are. For possessive adjectives, we do not change them at all. Alright? Okay, now let's take a look at the next slide. Okay, so in this case, when you look at the possessive adjective for its, there are always the confusion among the student, which is the its and another one is also its. Okay, now I'm going to show you this. Now take a look at the slide. Sorry. I'm going to yeah. Okay, so its apostrophe s is the contraction of it is. All right, but its its without the apostrophe is the possessive adjective. Now you have to make it clear, and you have to really understand this, because most of you, when I mark your essay, you always get confused between its, it is, and its possessive adjective. Its contraction of it is, we can use like it's hot today. It means it is hot today. But possessive adjective, the cat is eating its food. That means the food is belong to the cat. All right? Okay, so I really hope that you do not get confused between these two. And try not to, when you spell, especially when you spell the word, make sure the apostrophe, okay? Which one that you have to put the apostrophe and which one that you have to write it its, okay? So the possessive adjective is without the apostrophe. Okay, let's take a look at the next slide. And this one also, you might be confused. Another one, which is your, is contraction of you are. The example that I can give you here is you're intelligent. It is the short way to say you are intelligent. And there's another, which is the possessive adjective, which is your. I like your hair. Okay, so I'm gonna show you again between these two, because the sound or pronunciation of these two words, like it's just now, are the same. So you've got to be careful when you look at this word. You apostrophe re, it means the contraction of you are. But your here is possessive adjective without the apostrophe. And I really hope that you understand that. Okay? Please put it in your mind. Now, let's take a look at the next slide. And now, I want you to complete the following sentences with the correct possessive adjectives. You may pause this video and you can play back later to see the answer. But please do not try to copy the answer from what I've given here. You have to do it on your own first. Try, okay? Alright. Or we could try together, right? Okay. Let's try it together. Let's look at number 1. John has a bike. So what's the answer? Yeah, bike is fast. Alright, I give you a few minutes to think, and then we'll come back later for the answer. Alright, let's read through the answer first. Through the questions first. Number 2, I have a dictionary. Dictionary is old. What's the answer? Number 3, you have an alarm clock. Alarm clock is new. Number 4, France is in Europe. Capital is Paris. Number 5, Brian and Mary like new teacher. Number 6, we have a house. House is small. Number 7, she is my sister. Name is Susan. Number 8, you and Mike have friends. Friends are nice. Okay, so I give you just a few minutes to think of the answer, and I'm sure that you can answer that verbally. Okay, but if possible, I want you to do all these questions in your exercise book, which is BI1. Okay, copy the question in your BI1. There are 8 questions altogether. All right, and just try to practice yourself. Then maybe you can also change the sentence into new sentence and then try to guess what's the possessive adjectives that should be there. All right? Okay, so now let's take a look at the answer. John has a bike. His bike is fast. We use his because John is a, remember the feminine and the masculine, all right? So his is the possessive adjective for John, okay? And his bike is fast. Okay, his bike means the bike is belong to John. It is not mine and it is not yours. It is belong to John. Number 2, I have a dictionary. My dictionary is old. My dictionary, it is my dictionary, it is not your dictionary. Okay, it belongs to me. Number 3, you have an alarm clock. Your alarm clock is new. It is your alarm clock. It belongs to you. It is not belong to me. Okay, number 4, France is in Europe. You know that France is not a human or person, so we use its capital is Paris. Okay, remember, without the apostrophe. With the apostrophe, it is the contraction of it is. Alright, but this one is its capital is Paris. show that the relationship between France and Paris, you know, France doesn't own Paris, obviously, but it is the relationship between France and Paris, because Paris is the capital city of France. Okay, Brian and Mary like the new teacher. Okay, so Brian and Mary means more than one, so we use there. It is came from they, right? The subject pronouns is they. Okay, number 6, we have a house. Our house is small. Also, now can you take a look at this? Our house is small. It is their house. When we talk, we are the different person, not in that group, so we say their house. But if we in that group, so we say our house, including us. All right. Number 7, she is my sister. Her name is Susan, and same goes to the first one. He's actually for masculine, right? And her is for feminine. She is referred to a girl or maybe lady, all right? Her name is Susan. Can we use his name is Susan? Of course not, right? So that is really absolutely wrong. You should use her. And the last, number 8, you and Mike have friends. Your friends are nice, because it refers to you and Mike. So you can say your friends are nice. So it is your friend, not my friends. Okay? All right. Now, I would like to show you again the subject pronoun and the possessive adjective. Now, please take a look at this sentence one by one. And I want to read this, and I really hope that you can look at the bolded word that I already prepared here. So you'll understand the relationship between I, which is the subject pronoun, and the possessive adjective for I is my. Okay? So I have a shirt. My shirt is yellow. You have a book. Your book is awesome. He has a pen. His pen is expensive. She has a dog. Her dog is fierce. It has a bone. Its bone is dirty. We have a cat. Our cat is lovely. You have a bike. Your bike is fast. They have a burger. Their burger is delicious. All right. So now still remember that it is also contraction from it is, right? So it with apostrophe s is the contraction of it is. Now remember, do not get confused. Okay, there are two that you have to be remembered for these possessive adjectives, because they are sound the same. Another one, of course, the possessive adjectives of it, which is the possessive adjectives. All right. And another one is your, and then you sound this also your contraction of you are. And this one, your, is possessive adjective. Okay, so this is something that you have to really understand when you write your essay, and then you can always use the correct possessive adjectives, all the time, and do not get confused with possessive pronouns with other pronouns. And this is the things that you have to really put in your mind and try to practice again and again. And once you practice, now remember, practice makes perfect, right? Once you practice, and then you can get all the way there to the right, and you can also, practice here means you have to write and speak. Okay, write and speak. All right, so now let's move to apostrophe s for possessive nouns. Now, first of all, I would like you to look at this tree sentence. Okay, so what exactly things that you can spot, are similar here? Okay, apart the name of John, of course, all these three sentences, they have John, John, and John. But what can you see? The similar that you can spot, something that you can spot, they are similar. Of course, the apostrophe. So these three sentences, they have the same apostrophe. But we are going to look at the meaning of each sentence. Are they really the same? Let's discover it. Okay, now number one, John's tall. When we add apostrophe and s and plus adjective, okay, that actually is the contraction or the short way to say is. And instead of saying John is tall, we can say John's tall. It is not possessive noun. It is not apostrophe as possessive noun. It is the contraction or the short way. How do you say John is tall? So you use John's tall. All right, that's the first case, or the first apostrophe s that give the different meaning with the apostrophe as possessive nouns. Number two, John studied. Okay, when apostrophe s plus past participle, this is past participle studied. Okay, as actually apostrophe here actually is has. It is not the apostrophe as possessive nouns. It is has. So the sentence can be John has studied. All right. So when you add this has, so it becomes present perfect tense. All right. So to make it short, it is the short way to say John has studied. So you say John studied. All right. So it is not apostrophe as possessive nouns. Number three, John's pen. When apostrophe plus noun, now that actually to show possession or that something belongs to someone or something. Okay, can you remember that? Please do not get confused between John's tall, John's studied, and John's pen. Okay, so whenever you feel like confused, you can always watch this video clip back and then try to understand. John's tall, apostrophe s plus adjective is. Apostrophe s plus past participle is has. But apostrophe s plus noun, then that is possessive nouns. Okay, all right. The pen of John. This is actually show the pen of John. That the pen is belong to John, or John owned the pen. Okay, all right. That's what the meaning of apostrophe plus noun here. John's pen. Okay, all right. This is just for example. You can use your own example, or you can, when you read a book or article, whatever, when you see that, then try to apply this skill or these things that you have learned, and try to apply to whatever material that you read or you watch. Okay, all right. Now, possessive noun, to show possession, a relationship, or that something belongs to someone or something. Okay, it's just like the possessive adjectives just now. All right, instead of using her, his, from subject pronoun, and here, because some because some word we try to make it short and we use apostrophe as possessive nouns. All right, it will make your essay or when you write with this type of possessive noun, and you add a little bit of possessive adjective, and your essay will become very, very good. Okay, so the most important is you have to know how to really use them correctly. Okay, now let's take a look at another example. Number one, Paul's house is very big. Now that's apostrophe S here. House is very big. The house of, sorry, it has to be Paul. Okay, I've got to change this to Paul. I'm so sorry. Okay, so the house of Paul, it shows that the house is belong to Paul. Okay, Paul owned the house and the house is big. Right? Okay, so now let's take a look at number two. I'm sorry about this inconvenience and I'll change it later. Okay, now number two, where is Sophia's book? The book belongs to Sophia. When you say Sophia's book, it is Sophia's book. It is not your book. It is not my book. All right? It belongs to Sophia. That's how we do. Okay? Now, number three, do you want to go to Mike's party? So, Mike's party here, it is the party that Mike is having. The party here that Mike is having. All right? Okay. Number four, I'm going to meet Susan's parents tonight. Sorry, I read it again. I'm going to meet Susan's parents tonight. Obviously, you know that Susan doesn't own the parent or her parents, right? So here it shows the relationship. So between daughter and the parent. Okay? So there are two purposes of possessive noun here, which is to show the possession or a relationship. Okay? So I'm going to meet Susan's parents tonight. So the parents of Susan, not Susan own the parent or the parents belong to Susan. Okay? All right. We can't own our father or mother. That's weird. Okay. So Paul's, Sophia's, Mike's, Susan's. Now you have to sound a sound. All right? These are possessive noun. Okay? Possessive noun. All right. And there's a rule in this possessive noun actually when we talk about singular nouns and plural nouns. Okay? So let's take a look at the next slide. All right. For singular noun, we add apostrophe S to the end of the word. Let's say this one. We went to Amy's house last night. The house belongs to Amy, and Amy's is singular. Is a person. Now remember, singular. And number two, is that your friend's bike? The bike that belongs to your friend, and friends here is singular. Do not get confused without apostrophe S. That can be plural, but this one with apostrophe S, it is not plural, it is singular, but possessive nouns. Now remember that. Okay? All right. Next one, number three. It has to be number one, number two, number three, but never mind. Where is the dog's bone? So the bone of the dog that owns the bones. Okay? And the dog is singular noun. Just a dog. Okay? We put apostrophe S. Friend, singular. We put apostrophe S. Amy, singular. We put apostrophe S. All right? Okay. Now, let's take a look at the next slide. So, number one, where are the dogs bones. Okay, so this is a special case, which is just now it is very simple. You just add the apostrophe s to the end of the word, but this one, when we talk about a dog, where are the dog's bone? But it's still singular. I just want to show you the comparison between this sentence and another sentence. But for now, it is still singular, which is the dog is singular, and we just add the apostrophe s. But the bones here, it show that belongs to this dog. Okay, the bones of the dog. Okay, a dog, one dog. There are many bones here, so it means that bones. All right, dog singular. But what about this one? Where are the dog's bones? Because it is not a dog but two dogs, so we write dogs with s, but the apostrophe, we do not add another s. Okay, we write the plural form dogs and we put the apostrophe, and that's it. There's no need to put apostrophe and s. It can't be the dogs. It has to sound, where are the dog's bones? They sound similar. All right, they sound the same. The bones of the dogs. All right, so you've got to be careful when, but you might wondering, how can I know when someone just say to me it is singular or plural? Okay, it depends on the context. Okay, it depends on the context of the sentence. When your friend maybe asks you, where are the dog's bones? It might be referred to many dogs, because you know that he or she owns many dogs. It depends on the context. Okay, but for we can't simply tell how you can really differentiate between these two, because both the sound are the same. Okay, all right. The dogs here is plural, the dog here is singular. All right, now dogs here only, we just add only the apostrophe, we do not add another s. Okay, as I mentioned earlier. And plural noun ending in s, we say we do not put dogs apostrophe and s again, bone. No, it can't be the dog's bone. No, all right, that's wrong. This is the right sentence, this is the right way to write, okay, or to say, and this is the wrong way. Okay, please be careful. Where are the dog's bones? So that actually show a plural, right? Dogs, we just put the apostrophe, but for singular we put dog without s and apostrophe and s. All right, now, okay, so that's all for today. I really hope that you enjoy the clip that I prepared for you. God, I took like almost 10 hours to prepare all of this, and I really hope that you can really appreciate. And I'm sorry if my words is not really clear, or my because I'm still learning. This is something new to me too. Learning of home-based learning is something new for everyone. So I try to explore more and more, and try to discover more of text out there that I can use. And this is one of the idea that I can prepare for now. And I really hope that you just watch. Please do not get bored. Try to like bear with me for a few minutes, and just imagine that you are in the classroom right now. Okay, because you can hear my voice, you can see me, right? Even though I can't see all of you there, but never mind, just bear in your mind that lesson must goes on. All right, okay, so until I see you again in the next session, and please do complete the task. Oh, I forgot to mention that you have to complete the task. The link I will share, or I already share in the WhatsApp group, the link to the Google form to answer these questions on possessive, adjectives, and apostrophe s. All right. So really hope that you complete all the tasks. Be safe, stay safe, and stay healthy, and hashtag kita jaga kita. All right. So thank you everyone.